What's up, YouTube? I'm Laura, and you're watching Atomic News TV. And you're gonna have to forgive this today. I am still sick, you guys. I'm looking a little rough. But I wasn't going to skip a live stream just because I don't feel so good. I'm dedicated to you guys, right? So after tonight, we're just gonna forget this look that I'm going with right now, okay? Hey, Margot, welcome back. But there's some things that I definitely wanted to talk about tonight. Some things going on between patriot groups again. Which I still don't understand why this happens, but we'll get into that in a little bit here. I want to talk about some things going on in Texas, and some California bullshit that's going on. So I want to thank you, send a thank you to all my moderators as usual for being here tonight. I kind of gave them like a 25-minute notice. I'm like, hey, I'm going to live stream, surprise. And then I wanted to say, Andrea says, did you see Anthony's video? Yes, I see all those videos. But which one do you mean? But thank you to Dan the man again. And thank you to Victoria for their donations to my channel this past week. I appreciate the support. Like I always say, you guys are welcome to help out the channel if you want to. If you can't, that's fine. I still want you here. I would never push you away, so don't ever feel obligated. But if for some reason you want to, the link is down in the description box. And you can also super chat during any live stream, just so you guys know. But anyway, let's get into the details. Texas, you guys. Okay, in Texas right now, there's a lot of shit going on in Texas right now. 350 Congolese migrants arrived in San Antonio, Texas this past week, okay? 350 from the Congo. You guys know what's in the Congo, right? The E virus? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so we do have confirmed cases of Ebola here now. Thanks, Congo. We didn't even get a heads up that they were coming, okay? When officials called Border Patrol to confirm, is this true? They're all, oh, yeah, oops, sorry, we didn't tell you. Yeah, so they weren't too happy about that, okay? And because of all of this, I mean, all of this influx of migrants that are coming over the border from all these different countries, Texas just had to open up another mass shelter for migrant kids, okay? This time for migrant kids in Texas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Carrizo Springs, I don't know. Is there any Texans out there right now that can tell me which way it is? That is where they opened another tent-like facility. And they're also considering, you guys, possibly housing migrants on 3 Army military bases, okay? 1 in Georgia, 1 in Oklahoma, and 1 in Montana. And they're wanting to use these military bases as temporary shelter. Using a military base as temporary shelter, like, that pisses me off. Does that piss anybody else off? Why does our military and our military facilities have to be used for people that are not even supposed to be here? Aha says Fort Sill near Lawton, Oklahoma. Okay. When you need to house immigrants at a military base and use it as a shelter, there's your sign. There's your sign that we have a problem. Like, if you're still in denial, if you're still on that river and floating down, relaxing in denial, there's your sign. If we have to house migrants at military bases, we're jacked up. This country is jacked up if we have to do that, okay? The president just signed a fast track for GMO corps. Not good. Okay, so um, let's talk about migrant privilege. I guess we'll coin that term right now. Migrant privilege. Hashtag migrant privilege. Um, Not only are migrants skipping the lines at doctors' offices, emergency rooms, hospitals, skipping the line in front of people like you or me, Americans, okay? They now get to skip the line at the airport. I shit you not. Okay? TSA has decided to allow migrants to skip the security lines in front of U.S. citizens or other, various passengers from other countries that are traveling. Yep. They're allowing them to fly on planes without proper documentation, okay? Americans can't do this. Somebody from China that's traveling to America and then, off to Spain or wherever, they can't do that. They can't fly if they're not properly identified. So why do they get to? Americans are put in danger at that point, or anybody. It doesn't even have to be an American. Anybody who's traveling is put in danger at that point. If they're allowing them to skip the line, not patting them down, not giving them a security check, and not getting proper ID, they're putting every person that flies at risk, okay? These people aren't properly vetted. I mean, they do their best to vet them, but most of these people chuck their IDs before they cross the border, okay? We've posted those videos. Me, True Conservative Minutes. We post the videos from the patriot groups that are boots on the ground on the border where they find all their documents dumped. So they don't need them when they cross into the U.S. They just needed them to get through Mexico, okay? They don't want them when they're in the U.S. because then they can't truly be identified as to who they are. We don't know at that point if it's a criminal, a rapist, a terrorist, somebody who is carrying the e-virus. We don't know. We don't know anything, and TSA is letting them skip the line to get on the plane. Why? Because of our laws, the loopholes that we can't close in Congress, okay? Because we have to help them get to their destination in the U.S. It's called chain migration. Yeah. So vote no for those kind of things, okay? If you want to not have these things happening. They can board apparently with a form called an I-862, okay? All that is a notice to appear for immigration for a court date, okay? And 40% of those people with an I-862 do not show up for their court date anyway, okay? So all it is a piece of paper that says Juan Valdez has a court date on such and such day and time for immigration. And that is the ID that they use to let them get on the planes. TSA, just so you guys know, allows 15 forms of ID in order to be able to get onto a plane, okay? 15 choices, 15 things, okay? But an I-862 is not one of them. So they're not even sticking to their own rules that they need proper identification. They just they pulled it out of their butt, is what they did. Or they got told what to do, one or the other, by the government. Yes, an I-862 is not on that list of 15 forms of ID that are acceptable to pass through TSA inspection. Let that one sit for a sec. Migrant privilege. Why can't we do security checks if we're going to allow them on flights? I mean, okay, so we have to follow our stupid laws and get them to their destination, okay? Let's just say we have to, okay? We should at least make sure that they're properly identified on who they are. And give them security checks. We don't even pat them down. We don't give them security checks like we do other flyers. Why? We might hurt their feelings. I mean, because that's generally the left's excuse for everything. We can't do that. We can't ask them if they're U.S. citizens. We can't intimidate them. Oh, those poor migrants, their big, hard, long journey. They're so tired and sick, and we want to welcome them into the U.S. Pat that mofo down. And wear a body condom or something when you do it, because of all the illnesses that are coming through. Ebola. Yeah. So you know what? And who's paying for it? Who's paying for it? You, me, the government. It comes out of our pocket. Okay. There are literally migrants that when they cross the border, they ask Border Patrol, when do I get my money? That's not a joke, you guys. That's real. Okay, that's real. Border Patrol has specifically told boots on the ground that happens. Okay, I'm not pulling that out of my rear end. I'm not making that up. Okay, that is legit information from boots on the ground. All right, they ask, when am I going to get my money? They know they're going to get $1,000 to fly or bus or wherever they want to go in the U.S. They know that they know they'll get it. Humanitarian aid. They do. And you want to know how grateful they are for all that? A Cuban woman, just so you guys know, assaulted a Border Patrol officer this past week in El Paso in one of the tent facilities, okay? The officer was female, and the person that assaulted her was also female. This happened on June 6th, okay? And the agent was taking roll call and something, there weren't specific details as to, what took place, just generalized statements. But she attacked the officer because she's so grateful for her humanitarian aid and her free housing and her free food and her free clothes and everything that she's getting by illegally crossing our border. So, speaking of illegally crossing our border, let's talk about what's going on with that border gate, okay? Because I know that's what you guys are all here for. The border gate, okay? And here's where it comes in that patriot groups are not working with each other the way they're supposed to, okay? There is another YouTube channel, and you guys probably know who that is, okay? He's a very big YouTube channel, conservative, has like 130,000 subscribers, okay? He has put out 2 videos in the last week, I'd say, regarding the border gate. And he flat out said that it was fake news. Okay, Douglas Ducote. All right, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm subscribed to his channel. I have been subscribed to his channel for a long time. He is retired military. He is a conservative. We like to support each other. I don't even know if he knows I exist. Well, I think he does know I exist, but Douglas Ducote made 2 videos basically calling the whole border locking thing fake news. I couldn't help but laugh my ass off, okay? Because he's not even connected with boots on the ground down there like I am, or, some of the other groups like Conservative Anthony, BNN, even Paloma for Trump has called over there. Okay, in his video, he says, I tried to make contact with Jim Benby. I tried to make contact with the landowner to vet the story, but he didn't get a response. So he's considering it fake news. Well, let me tell you something. I reached out to Douglas Ducote and messaged him on Facebook. And I know that he gets his Facebook messages and that he's on Facebook because he mentioned it in his video. And guess what? He didn't respond. So, just because somebody didn't respond like instantly doesn't mean they don't want to talk to you. And if you wanted to know about the footage, you could have easily contacted me, because my email address is in the description box of every single video, okay? And I would have responded very quickly, okay? Just because you can't vet a story yourself and confirm the details yourself doesn't make it fake news, okay? And when like my channel or True Conservative Minutes or, you know, other conservative channels, puts this footage on their channel, you can't make that up. You cannot make that shit up. All right. I literally have footage on my channel, okay, from Jim Benvey that shows the IBWC. I always have to look at it because I reverse the letters in my head. The International Border and Water Commission, okay? You see them putting the lock on the gate. You see it with your own eyes, okay? And then Jim Benvey goes up to the gate and shows you the chain with the gate open and the lock on the gate. You can't make that shit up. It's right in front of you, okay? That's your vetting right there. Actual footage. Watching the IBWC. Oh, I got it right. The IBWC. Put the lock on. And then watching Jim Benvey walk right up to it and show you what they just did. Boom. There's your vetting. Easy as that. Piece of cake. And then he says, well, the ACLU doesn't have anything to do with it. Yes, they do. The ACLU has everything to do with what's going on down there. They're the ones that try to stop, you know, and pushed the city of Sunland Park into causing, you know, the problem, you know, putting a halt to the building, okay? They're absolutely involved. They want to sue, or are suing, because the gate, the wall, blocks access to Monument 1, you guys. Monument 1. It is for those of you that don't know, it's the first land marker where the land-to-land border meets, okay? They call, the ACLU calls it a culturally significant spot and a historical monument. Sorry, I'm still coughing. And that we shouldn't be blocking such a historical monument. Well, let me tell you something, ACLU. Nobody gives a flying about Monument 1. Okay? Maybe like a dozen people every year. Okay, it seriously is one little pillar, a white pillar that says Monument 1. I don't know what it says. I don't know. I'll have to have one of the guys shoot me a picture of what it looks like. Of what it says on the plaque there. Okay, it's not culturally significant or historical. Nobody cares about it. Nobody. And if you think the people on the other side of the wall care about it, you're wrong. Again. Okay? The only reason anybody comes to that monument is to scope out how to get over that border. Yep. They use it. And you've seen it. You guys, if you watch my videos, you have seen it in my videos. Okay, Jim Benvey has caught it. These people will come down like by, you know, the large groups, and they'll pretend to have a picnic. And then later on that night, they would cross the border. Yep. But while people are down there videoing and Border Patrol is down there, they're going to make it look like they're down there for a reason. They ain't down there to have a party. Who's going to go to see one little, like, it's probably like as tall as me, okay, white pillar in the middle of nowhere next to a dam on the Rio Grande? Like, it's nothing. There's a tiny little museum building there. Please. No, there are much more interesting things to do than that. Okay? Not in that hot, dirty desert. It's not like there's trees and grass and pretty fountains or anything like that. No, that's not a destination. It's not a destination for anybody. Unless you're the IBWC and you have to go do maintenance on the dam, or you're trying to cross the border. Okay? So let's get real here. Let's say it the way it is. Keep it 100%. The ACLU is just looking for a reason to get that wall taken down or the gate to be left open permanently. That's because they want that open border. They want them to be able to come through. Okay? So yes, it is true. Okay? And for anybody who thinks otherwise, make sure you go back into my video history and watch those videos, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about and know that I'm not pulling this out of my rear end. Douglas Ducote had mentioned that, people has been sending him messages and he had seen the footage. I don't know where he got the footage, if somebody emailed it to him or what, off of Facebook or, from Jim Benvey's page, or if they took the link from one of my videos or True Conservative Minutes and sent it to him. But I know he knows. I know he knows it's real. I know it. There's no way that man believes that's fake news. There's no way. He's too smart. So I don't know what his game is with that. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know why he's saying those things about the people that are boots on the ground taking the footage firsthand. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what his goal was there. But I was a little pissed off when I saw those, okay? And so were a lot of the patriots. And then he says he's going to go down to the border and he'll see for himself and blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. Do it. I encourage you to. And make sure you get in touch with one of us from Guardian Patriots. And so we can show you firsthand exactly what the truth is so that you can not tell lies about it being fake news. I'm still subscribed to him. I'll still watch his videos. But I was like, no. No. So, and I can see that his own subscribers got pissed about those videos too, just so you know. I can tell. As a YouTuber, I can see exactly what's happening, just so you know. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that get mad at me because I'm mad at him, but but at least I know it's not fake news, and I provided you with the actual proof. So, anyway, moving on. New Mexico. Governor Grisham suing Donald Trump's administration over the immigration policy. Says the practice of releasing migrants into border communities is a violation of government's safe release policy, where we are supposed to help migrants get to intended destinations in the U.S. Why are you saying that's not safe? Are you trying to say our country's not safe? Are you trying to say that the area that you govern is not safe? Do you think it's because there's all these people that shouldn't be there running around? Sorry, guys. Yeah, no. It doesn't work that way. You don't get to push for, open borders, because that's what the politicians in Texas and New Mexico are doing. They want an open border. They want people to be able to flow freely through those borders. That's why they pulled back the National Guard. That's why they don't want the wall being built. That's why they don't want military on the border, okay? Because they want migrants to be able to flow freely through the border, okay? You don't get to do that and then have that free flowing in and then sue because of the aftermath of what happened. You're the one that made that happen, okay? Because if it was Trump's way, guess what? It'd be shut down. She says it's a burden to local governments. Well, no shit. All right, really? Do you think, honey? She's requesting reimbursement for the cost of caring for the humanitarian aid for the migrants. Like I've said before, you don't get to invite somebody to dinner or invite somebody to a party and then ask somebody to pay for it for you. Like, it doesn't work that way. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to go take out, my neighbor to dinner, but then I'm going to make somebody in the next city pay for it. How about that? Does that work? Does that work for you? Who wants to come to dinner? Let's charge it to Grisham, Governor Grisham. How about that? Should we do that? So she knows how it feels? We could go to like something really expensive. And tell them we want food, water, shelter, and a new outfit to go. And then charge it to Governor Grisham so she understands how it works. I think it's a great idea. So that's what's going on in New Mexico right now. Let's talk about California and how screwed up California is right now. You guys, I'm originally from California, born and raised until I was 30. Then I moved to Arizona, then Illinois, back to Arizona. Okay, that's how it worked. So I watch what goes on in California still. My very best friend is a sheriff in California, and he tells me it's absolutely ridiculous and horrible there. Okay, and he's in a pretty well-off area, let's just say. Okay, I'm not going to tell you where because that would identify what sheriff department he works for. But he sends me pictures and stuff, and I get to see that kind of a thing. Okay, but California now wants to provide undocumented people with full health care benefits. Full health care benefits. Low-income adults between the ages of 19 and 25 living in California will be eligible for Medicaid, which is their government health insurance, okay, for the state. It's part of a larger effort to ensure Californians that are like families of four or more making up to $150,000 a year can get assistance with paying their health care premiums. They say that the effort that they're working on, a family of four that makes up to $150,000 a year, which is 6 times the poverty limit, okay, can get up to $100 a month to help pay for it. If you're making $150,000 a year and you can't pay your health care insurance premiums, dude, you have a problem, okay? And it's not the state of California. It means you're not managing your money right, okay? $150,000 and you'd get assistance? And then they want to tax people who don't have insurance. Sounds a little bit like Obamacare, doesn't it? In order to pay for assisting other people who need the assistance. But the immigrants don't get taxed. No. Migrant privilege. Migrant privilege. It's another unfair treatment of migrants versus Americans. Okay? Newsom says 1 million people don't have access to safe drinking water in California. Where? And who? Who in California doesn't have access to safe, clean drinking water unless you're homeless, okay? And we all know that the homeless population has exploded there. So are you admitting that there's 1 million homeless people, poor people on the street? Is that what you're doing? Because you can't tell me that California is another Flint. It's not. No. The state is projected to have a $21 billion surplus this year. How about you just take that money and fix your shit? I mean, let's keep it real. Say it the way it is. Keep it 100%, right? Fix your shit. You shouldn't have a surplus like that when your state is going to shit. Another thing that California is having to do right now is screw with the electrical grid, okay? The electrical grid needs updating, and it has been for a long time. For years, like decades now, they've done the rolling blackout thing to help maintain the grid and to help prevent fires in excessive heat because the grid isn't up to date. How about we just fix our shit, right? How about you do the proper landscaping and forest maintenance that you're supposed to be doing in California so that you don't have these horrendous fires every single fall. I mean, like clockwork, Malibu burns, okay? Every single year, those Santa Ana winds come in. You know it's going to happen. Get off your asses and fix your shit instead of taking care of all of these people that shouldn't be there in the first place. Keeping it real. But they're shutting off the electricity and rolling blackouts again. They're scheduled. They're approved. California has the worst homeless population they've ever had. They've got the typhus issue right now. They've got a MRSA issue right now. And the highest level of homeless deaths that they've ever had. Cali is going to essentially collapse. And that's sad. It really is sad. Because when I grew up there, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you know what? You couldn't pay me right now to live in Southern California or even anywhere in California right now. Not just because it's full of liberals, but because of the fact that the way the state is run now. I mean, it's being overrun, overpacked, overfilled. Like, I laugh when I lived in Illinois and people would tell me, "Oh my God, I'm sorry I'm late. There was so much traffic." I wanted to say, you don't even know what traffic is. Just keep it real. You were late, okay? You were late. They don't know what traffic is in the Midwest unless you're like in the big city of like Chicago, okay? California, they know what traffic is. The 101, the 405, the 5. Try that during rush hour. Yeah. There's too many people in too small of an area. It's going to be like China, okay? Think about China for a minute. How they pack people in high rises. That's the way it's going to be. Unless you're living in the Richie Poo area where I grew up. Okay? Where the movie stars live. Yeah, not far north of Hollywood. If you live in California, you know where I'm talking about. Okay? Cramming too many people into one small little area. And if we have to take these people in because of our stupid laws and the loopholes that we haven't closed, we need to properly disperse them if we're not going to send them back. I've heard that they're sending them back already. I've heard that Mexico is busting their butt and helping us. I have not yet seen the footage of it. I have not yet seen the articles proving that it's happening. And until I do, I'm not going to tell you, yes, it's happening. Okay? I'm not saying it's fake news because I can't vet it like some other people do. I'm just going to say I'm not going to report the facts to you until I can find it. Okay? Because we've had them flip-flop on that multiple times already. Okay? When I see it, I'll believe it, okay? It's not like the whole Bordergate thing where I provided you all with a video so you could see it with your own eyes and believe it with your own brain. Okay? So, that's what I got to say tonight about all that. I'm sitting in front of my bathroom again. This is like the best light in my house at this time of night. I still don't have my studio like all put together yet, like, because I've been sick. I just have been really sick. And going back to work while you're sick and a job where you're standing all day, it was a little difficult. Hey, True Conservative Minutes is in the house. I see you. He says, "Hey, sassy." Were you here long enough to see me address the whole Douglas Ducote videos? Well, just so you guys know, I've already talked to Jim Benby because I'm part of the group. You know, Douglas Ducote could have messaged me, and I could have helped him out when he was trying to make these videos, but he didn't. I already talked to Jim, and as soon as I get my internet thing figured out how to hotspot my other phone off of another device and play games with my devices so that I can get calls coming in, I'm going to bring Jim on one of my live streams so that we can talk about the whole thing that's going on with the ACLU and the border wall down there in New Mexico. Okay? And he will tell you the actual details because he is boots on the ground. He's been there since the beginning of this. He's been down there for, I don't know, what has it been, like 5 months? Yeah. So if anybody knows the truth about what's going on down there, it's going to be him. Or Conservative Anthony, because he's down there all the time videoing too, firsthand, okay? I know a lot of people get confused by my channel because they see the footage and they think that that's me. Like, I had somebody ask, why is there a photo of a chick on this channel when it's a guy talking in all the videos? And I'm like, okay, I'm Atomic News. Okay, I work with Guardian Patriots and other patriot groups, and I put their footage on my channel okay? And I live stream and give you updates on the border and other various news things. Like I talked about Venezuela and, you know, California and the whole typhus thing. Um, but, and vaccines. I have a thing for the CDC and vaccines and how I think they're hiding stuff from us. But um, that's how my channel works, okay? So I am Laura, I am Atomic News, and this is my channel, but I network with other patriot groups, okay? And if anybody knows what's going on the border down there, first it's going to be Jim, second it's going to be someone like me, okay? I wasn't nicknamed by my fellow YouTubers Queen of the Border for nothing. So if anybody ever wants to know something going on, like you saw a piece of footage or you saw an article and you're not sure about it, you can email me. Okay, my email is always in the description box below. True Conservative Minute says again, he got no notification of my live stream. Of course not, because that's the way it works. But I do think, you guys, that my shadow ban is finally over, because I can always tell when they do it. Okay, it usually lasts for 30 days, and my subscriber count like goes nowhere. It's like, right? Like I'll get 2 subscribers and then I'll lose 3, and then I'll get 5 and then I'll lose 2. You know, like it does that for like a month, and my views go down, and it's like nothing changes about the border. Okay, the border is not a topic where people have lost interest. Okay, and if a topic was to lose interest, it's something that happens over time. It doesn't just happen overnight, like it makes it look like. But I can tell that people are seeing my videos more now, and in the past couple days, and that more people are subscribing to the channel. So if you're new here, God, my nose itches. Sorry, I'm not like... So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're a returning subscriber watching this, thank you for being here. Thank you for always supporting my channel. That is all I really had for you guys tonight. I promise, by next week at some point, I will have the live call-ins come in again, okay? I just have to get myself better. Like, look how rough I look, you guys. I look pretty rough, don't I? I'm like all wrinkly and like dark circles. And I've lost 12 pounds. 12 pounds since the move. Yeah, 12 pounds. That's a lot. Like, just you guys don't, I know you guys always see my face, but you don't see like me. I'm a bigger girl. I'm a plus size girl. And like as I lose weight, like I start to like look old. Like I don't have as much fat filling in my wrinkles. So I'm gonna look old. Give me another week or two, I'm gonna look really old. But so again, I apologize for this look. Patriotic Vegan says thanks for all you do. Current outfit. Let me see if there's anything else. Yes, if you Snaps is in the house. Truth, yo. You guys, he says make sure you like the video. Yes, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the video, you guys, because that tells YouTube that you like this video and you recommend it for other people to see. And then that works with the algorithms in my favor. So help a girl out. You know, that's one thing you can do if you can't donate to my channel. You know, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit share. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. But don't copy my whole video and put it on your channel as yours, because I'll have it taken down. I don't care if people use footage, because footage is footage. You know, you can go get it the same way I do. You know, ask somebody, hey, you cool if I use it? And they'll say yay or nay, right? People could come ask me, but they don't. So that's when I'm like, hey, just be cool and say, hey, what do you think? You know, emails in the description box. So with that, wait. If you did, you must put your name on it. Right. And if somebody credited me and said, hey, this is Atomic News, you know, watch her live stream, I'm going to put it on my channel, I'd be like, okay, cool. No big deal. Don't steal my intro either, because it's not that great, first of all. And second of all, make your own. But anyway, no, I think I think it's great when I see video, footage shared. I think it's great because it's how you get the truth out. That's how you get it out. Um, but anybody else? Let's see. I watched both you and Doug, and if Doug was wrong, he'll fix it. I hope you see my comment. Right? Yeah. And he did say that he did mention that, if he makes a mistake, he'll come on a later video and tell people. And you know what? I've done that before. I've done that. Like, I reported on, like, one of my first border updates. I can't even remember what it was, but it's one of the first border updates that I did. So this is like months ago. And I quoted an article that was like from 2013. I didn't even look at the dates. And I was like, oh, that was outdated. Oops. And I told you guys, it's like keeping it real, keeping it 100% the way it is. If I screw it up, I'll tell you. I have no problem saying I screwed that up, sorry, and correcting it for you guys, because that keeps your confidence in me, right? Makes sense to me, right? If I start bullshitting you guys, you're not going to want to watch my live streams. You're not going to want to be part of this channel. So why would I lie to you? Even if I'm in it, and why would I not admit to a mistake? So that's what I got to say about that. And I believe that if he truly feels that he makes a mistake, that he would too. I do. Like I said, I'm still subscribed to him. I'm just mad that he called it fake news, because it wasn't fake news. I mean, it's straight in front of your eyes exactly what happened. So just saying. Did you see the problem with African immigrants coming into Maine? No, what's happening in Maine? Easy Pass has shot you a PayPal. Thank you. Thank you, Easy Pass, for your donation to my channel. You guys, if you want to do the same, the PayPal link is in the description box down there, or you can hit Super Chat. If you don't know what a Super Chat is, it's that little $sign where you're typing, and you can donate to my channel. You don't have to. You're still welcome to be here regardless. I just want you guys to know that it's there, because I know some people ask. So thank you, Easy Pass. True Conservative Minute says, I have not seen the Maine thing either. What's going on in Maine? Yeah, we do know about Africans coming from the Congo and San Antonio, also dropped onto the streets. Oh, they were dropped onto the streets? Like I talked about it a few minutes ago, about how they had like over 350, surprise, come to San Antonio, and that we know that Ebola is now in the country, confirmed, okay? But I didn't know that they were releasing them into the population. That's kind of scary. Let's see here. I'll read a few more of your comments. I'll go back up farther up and see if there's anything here. Sassy Frass says, True Conservative Minutes and Atomic News keep us posted. That's right. You guys, just so you guys know, also I'm going to be doing, excuse me, a border update with Snafu Snaps in like the next week. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, make sure you go subscribe to it. And if you're not subscribed to True Conservative Minutes, make sure you go make sure you go subscribe to him as well. He also puts border footage up on his channel. Okay. Let's see. And subscribe to our backup channels. Yes, True Conservative Minutes has a backup channel. I have a backup channel. Link to mine is in the description box below. Make sure you subscribe to that, because if I ever got shut down again, like I did a few weeks back, or like a month ago, whatever it was, you can then at least see the videos from the backup channel, okay? So if you're not subscribed to the backup channel, go to the link below and subscribe after this live stream. Let's see. Do American Mexicans get reparations also? Because Papa needs a new Chevy Colorado. That's what Recon said. I think that's funny, right? How about the Irish? Do they get reparations too? Because then that means I'd get money. My family is like Irish and Welsh and all European. That's why people tell me all the time, go back to Europe. I'm not from Europe. Let's see. You are, Appalachian Fire says, I want reparations from the government wasting my money. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. Howling Mad says, no, Flint is nicer. Nicer than California in regards to the water, my water comments. You guys are cracking me up. What about, Robert says, what about the 116 African people that we just caught? Yeah, we have a lot of them coming in, and they're in Texas, and they're being released onto the streets, and it's confirmed that some of them have had Ebola. So, D says, I'm mad at him too in regards to the Douglas videos. I'm still subscribed to him, but I'm mad at them. Patriots need to band together. We shouldn't have handled it the way we did. Exactly. Patriots are on the same mission, okay? Whether it be me, Jim Benvey, Conservative Anthony, Paloma for Trump, Douglas Ducote, any of these, okay? We're all on the same mission, and nobody should be undermining each other, okay? And just because you can't vet something doesn't mean it's fake news. It just means you haven't found the answer yet. And if somebody doesn't respond to you very quickly, it's because we're working. You know? Snafu says that he jumped the gun. Yeah, I think he did. I think he was impatient, and he shouldn't have made those videos. Basically, I mean, I guess you could say it's indirectly bashing another patriot group is what it is. I don't agree with that. That's why I wanted to stress, hey, I'm mad at him for those videos, but I'm still subscribed to him because we're on the same mission, right? Ismail says, I back you this morning, and he got mad at me. I know I saw my name mentioned there, Atomic News. That's why I said, I know he knows I exist. I know he does. So, and I bet dollars to pesos that the footage either came from me or True Conservative Minutes that he saw in regards to the border gate being locked. Yeah, so he knows who I am, and he could have emailed me, but he didn't. He said he contacted various people. Well, hi, how about the person that posted the video? And I was like, and I even messaged him, and I haven't gotten a response back from him yet. And I'm like, what number did you call when you tried to call Jim Benvey? Because maybe you're calling the old number. You know, he did just get a new phone recently, and maybe someone passed you along the wrong number. You know, thought they still had the most current telephone number. I don't know. So I'm trying to help him. I'm like, can I help you? Can I give you the information you're looking for? What do you need? I'm trying to be productive and friendly and constructive and, working as part of a team. That's because that's what we are. We're on the same mission. Oh, you like my towel rack up there? Hey! I told you I'm filming on the floor outside my bathroom. Yeah. Because there's the most light here. God, my nose itches. All right. True Conservative Minute says, yeah, fake news, and the left was all over Jim. Right. Diana says, stop bashing him until you know more. And exactly, I told you, Diana, I'm still subscribed to him. I'm still going to watch him. I still am going to support him, and that's why I reached out to him and said, what can I help you with? So, no, I'm not bashing him. I'm just saying I was mad. That's all. I was mad. I can say that. And I know a lot of people were mad too because they didn't agree. But, not everybody's going to agree with everything that we say on our channels. That's impossible. Even your most devoted subscriber is going to disagree with you at some point on something. It's like a given. So, Diana says, I'm talking to others. Talking to others about what? True Conservative Minute says, for those who don't know, Atomic and I run stuff by each other to see what the other knows. Right, we do. I've been a little slow in responding back lately because life has been crazy. But you know, he'll text me stuff, he'll call me, he'll email me, Facebook all the time because we know who each other really is on Facebook. um, oh, you're talking about others bashing, right? Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying, Diana. Yeah. Just give him a few days. I'm sure he'll make another video, and you know, I know that he's. Oh, I just got a reminder on my phone to pay my credit cards. Because I'm sure that once he gets more information, I'm sure he's gonna make a follow-up video because that's just him. You know, he's pretty thorough usually, which surprised me that a video went out like that where I don't think he was thorough. So I would keep an eye out for another video from him on that. I would almost guarantee you he'd put something else out there, especially since a bunch of us have reached out to him. So, ooh, I got a video sent to me by one of my guardian patriots, so that means that is probably footage for you guys that I'm going to be putting up on the channel later tonight. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I've been talking for 50 minutes. You guys got all the info I wanted to talk about. I'm just blabbing at this point. So keep an eye out for notifications tonight on a new video upload, because I know if that's not a video that just came through, I have another video that I have to put up. So until the next border update, I'm not sure when that's going to be, probably this weekend. Watch the community section. I'll post it. And I'll definitely be doing something with Snafu Snaps next week sometime. So make sure you subscribe to him. Make sure you're subscribed to True Conservative Minutes and the backup for True Conservative Minutes and my backup, where the link is in the description box, okay? If you haven't hit the like button already, hit thumbs up. And until then, oh, Margot got me! She said peace